Shalom, shalom. First off, we give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Yahweh be what you name for Heavenly Father. Yahushai be named for his only begotten Son, who the world eagerly calls God, and Jesus Christ. We give double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, to the truth and will. The citations to hopefully life is truth and honesty and sincerity. Spell the stop, because the spirit power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, giving you update end times and events. Just an in-transit lesson, so bear with me. A little dark out, I can't really bring out too many scriptures, but just want to speak, just off the head. And it's the book of Romans 9:26, and it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living God. It's a spirit, man, because all the fire that's been set behind Kyrie Irving, sharing that, I believe it was a post on social media. He shared a screenshot of the book Hebrews to Negroes, and there's also a documentary that's out on Amazon Prime that you can watch. And I went ahead and rented it and checked it out, and that they do go off on some points when it comes to the name of the Lord and a few other small minor topics, but for the most part it's on point with pure history of evidence, a lot of evidence proving that we are the Hebrew Israelites, man. And there is zero talk of what they refer to as hate speech in that documentary, which that's what really deals with when Esau has labeled something called anti-Semitism. And when you watch the documentary, it's purely about cultural, just straight dissecting cultural references, proving that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are descendants from the children of Israel, going into their languages that they speak in detail. The similarities, and not just it doesn't just break down and go into who the Israelites are. He even breaks down the rest of the nations too, man. So everybody can identify who they are within the scriptures. So the documentary, it can be educational for any nationality, But ultimately, what it's doing is it's giving you irrefutable evidence that so-called blacks, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native American Indians are Hebrew Israelites. Point blank period, man. Point blank period. And it brings up some of the history that even the Amalek has done, the so-called Jewish people, man, have done, that have put forth a lot of lies. So ultimately what's happening right now is that documentary and that book, both of them are the #1 seller on Amazon right now. The #1, man. So there's nothing you can do but for the truth. Even though they try to silence dude, they suspended him, and then he folded, Kyrie folded like a little fucking bitch, man. And he made an apologetic statement. He folded, and hey, that's it. The cat's out the bag at this point. He might have folded, but they caused it to be more exposed than what it would have been, man. Because he shared it on social media, right? And just Kyrie's followers might have looked at it. Some people might have just fanned their hand. Oh, he's sharing something that he's probably interested in reading. And niggas don't like to read shit no way. You think niggas gonna go on and take the time to go to Amazon and order that book and actually sit down and read it? And most motherfuckers that follow basketball, they don't give a shit about nothing like that, man. They could give a damn. So if they would have just left the man alone, it wouldn't have got as much views and controversy as from what they did, because they blew it all out of the water as if he did something so anti-Semitic and suspend him all this shit over a screenshot over a damn book. So now people's like, oh, he's got to get this much punishment. Oh, he got suspended. He got missed games. What was this book that he was talking about, right? Right? You know? They want to stir up all this hatred towards so-called black people, and really it's a target towards the Israelites to get people to show that anybody that's identifying as a Hebrew Israelite is anti-Semitic and they're potential domestic terrorists, all this other stuff. They were so hell-bent on trying to paint that picture that they just blew the truth out of the water, man, to where the whole world is now knows who the real Israelites are, because people, that's the number one seller, man. People are getting that motherfucking book and watching that documentary, man. And the documentary isn't just some regular 1 hour, hour and a half type deal. This shit is like 3.5 hours long, man. Now get it, the first damn near 30 minutes of it is garbage. It's so much damn propaganda. They need to fix that shit. But after that point, once you get past that little propaganda beginning, 20-30 minutes or so, and that shit takes off like fire, man. So a lot of people got edified. And how did this information even come about to inspire this documentary? Is by the brothers, man. The men at the highways and hedges teaching this word. Because the niggas that made the damn documentary talking about some no camp this, no camp that. It was the camps that got you to even be exposed to the information, man. From the brothers out there at the highways and hedges teaching, Starting with One West all the way back, man. Abba Bivens. The laborers, man. The prophets, man. This word has gone out. And so what it's done is it inspired dude, Ronald, what's his name? Forget, the first name's Ronald, that made the documentary. And he made that shit. And they made it on Amazon. They pushed that Yahuwah. Hey, the name is Yahweh. Okay, when you watch the documentary, if you watch it, the true name of the Lord, the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, not Yahuwah, not Yehuda. Yahuwah, okay? It's not Yahuwah, it's Yahweh. All right, and then his son is Yahweh Shai. So you have to be able to filter those parts out. But other than that, chew the meat and spit out the bone. There's a lot of meat in that documentary, man. A lot of meat in regards to straight evidence of who the real Israelites are. Yeah, they pretty much was on point with that shit. And they even showed you and broke down a lot with who the heathen nations are. Some of them go off a little bit on the heathen parts, but, nonetheless, the point has been made and proven. And now it's been so much light been shed on it. Everything was already on fire behind, Kanye's statements. Kanye's statements to the JEWs. And the amount of hell he caught behind that. And how they reduced this man to a millionaire instead of a billionaire. So there was already a spotlight right there. And then when Kyrie did the shit, man, hey, that put even more of a spotlight. It shows you that when Kanye's bullshit is going on, it's showing you who's really in power. And how the JEWs really do run everything. And you can't say shit against them or declare you being special at all, of being the real Jews. So that point was made there to show you who's in control. And then when Kyrie came out with it, it shows you what was trying to be hid, and gives you evidence. Bam! This is who the real people are. So it's happening in perfect unity. The way that the order that the Yahweh Shem Yahushua established that it happened, man. So now they're gonna have no choice but to come after the prophets, man, and try to stop us from out there being at the highways and hedges. They're about to make a lot of these videos we've been uploading illegal. They may even, I believe through the Spirit, they're going to come after the scriptures, period. The Holy Bible, they're going to try to ban that book. They're going to have to do something. Because shit is pretty bad out here, man. It's not looking too good for these wicked people, that's been in power, that pushed forward all these lies. They went to such great extent and spent so much money to try to convince the world that they the people, and to keep us from knowing who we are. But now everybody knows. The whole world knows, man. And we're beginning to be called the people, the children of the living God, man. Now the nations are beginning to recognize and acknowledge us finally. Those are Hebrew Israelites. Those so-called Negroes over there in that country in America, those are Israelites. Those Native Americans, those Israelites. You're about to start hearing a lot of talk. You're going to hear a lot of people, regular people that you used to walk around with, even though you've been in the truth for a long time, all of a sudden they're going to try to come tell you some shit about the truth. You know you're Israelite, and they might not even know you already know that you've been in the truth for some time. But you're going to have people coming up to you trying to tell you something. Hey, you know, we Israelites, man. It's crazy, man, because, hey, it's a spirit, because I just had a dude came over, a Jake, you know, to do some work on my fridge. And, hey, the spirit just told me to tell him what it was, because he asked me, he said he saw some of the herbs that I purchased from Dr. Sabi. And he said, how you know about Dr. Sabi? I told him the truth. I said, well, I learned that because I learned I was an Israelite, and I was learning about the herbs and how we get healed from them. He said, well, Shalom, brother, because I'm on the tribe of Benjamin. I'm an Israelite too. So call like Hashem Yahushai, man. And it's of all people, the way that was set up. It just so happened the person that I didn't even pick in order to come over to do the work, the insurance company did. And happened to be a Jake, and guess what? He knows the truth, man. So we at this times, you know, the great awakening has begun. So you're going to have a great attack now. Esau's going on the big defense now, you know, and he's going to make sure he takes down all this information, because they're already talking about it, saying that, hey, look, what's the word I'm looking for? They refer to the stuff that is being shared about who the Israelites are as fake or non-factual, you know, and anti-Semitic. So they're going to take down anything or establish certain laws and anything that has to do with that. So brothers ain't about to be out there preaching that much longer, man. The Lord going to take us out off the highways and hedges, because they're going to make it illegal to come out and do what we do. You know, but just want to speak on that, man. It's an in-transit lesson. Lord's will is edifying. I'm going to close out. Give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, times of truth and will well. And salutations to your faithfulness, truth, knowledge, sincerity. Shalom.